A small parcel of dough filled with savory meat or vegetables folded by hand. This is the wonton. Born over 2,000 years ago in China's Han Dynasty, it has since become a global favorite. Originally named Hunden, meaning chaos, the wonton has evolved over centuries. In the south, thin-skinned, delicate wontons swim in broth, while the north favors heartier, meat-filled versions. Other cultures have embraced similar ideas: Italian ravioli, Russian pelmeni, Japanese gyoza. But the wonton remains a symbol of home, especially during festivals and, special occasions. Family gatherings today just wouldn't be the same without wontons. They're enjoyed worldwide, from food stalls in Guangzhou to high-end restaurants in New York and Tokyo. Whether in classic soup or fried to crispy perfection, they're loved for their rich flavor, delicate texture, and cultural significance. But, there's more to the story. So how do these ancient delights make their way to tables across the globe on a massive scale? Join us as we take you inside a modern wonton factory in China, where tradition meets innovation step by step. Number 1, sourcing the ingredients. Before a single wonton is folded, its story actually begins in the fields and farms of China. The crispness of a wonton often comes from its vegetables, Napa cabbage and scallions being essential ingredients. Napa cabbage is chosen at peak maturity, firm, dense, and just rich in natural sweetness. Workers inspect each head by hand, discarding any that fail to meet size, texture, or color standards. A perfect cabbage has tightly layered leaves, which are really essential for retaining moisture and texture during cooking. Scallions are harvested early in the day to preserve their pungent aroma, their fresh green shoots destined to lend a delicate sharpness to the wonton filling. Supporting flavors like garlic and ginger are equally important. Only bulbs with rich oils and a strong fragrance are selected, ensuring that every bite carries the familiar warmth of a traditional wonton. For centuries, pork has been the heart of the classic wonton. In modern production, sourcing the right pork remains a craft of its own. The factory partners with small to medium-scale farms that prioritize animal welfare, diet control, and breed quality, knowing that the texture, fat content, and flavor of the pork will really define the final product. Each cut is evaluated for an ideal lean-to-fat ratio, a balance that creates a juicy, tender filling. Meat that's too lean results in dryness, and too fatty, the wonton loses its delicate structure. The pork must be vibrant pink, firm to the touch, and free from excess sinew or gristle. Once harvested or processed, ingredients are transported under strict temperature controls, ensuring that freshness is never compromised. Upon arrival at the factory, another round of inspections begins, with every shipment logged, tested, and certified before it ever enters production. Only after this painstaking selection process, after the earth's bounty and the farmer's care have been honored, can the real work of creating the wonton begin. But before we continue, I'd like to know, have you ever tried wontons? And if so, what is your favorite filling? Do you like the light vegetarian version with cabbage filling? Or are you team meaty and juicy wontons with pork filling? Comment below the video. And now let's step right into the factory step. Number 2, preparing the filling. The freshly arrived pork is chilled, never frozen, to maintain its natural moisture. In large stainless steel grinders, it is ground to just the right consistency, fine enough to blend smoothly, yet coarse enough to remain a tender bite. Napa cabbage, hand-shredded or machine-cut depending on the scale, is lightly salted to draw out excess water. This simple but crucial step prevents soggy fillings and ensures the wonton stays juicy without breaking apart. Scallions, garlic and ginger, the aromatics that define Chinese cooking, are finely minced, their fragrances rising into the air as they are folded into the mixture, awakening the senses even before cooking begins, measured precisely by weight and time. Seasonings such as light soy sauce, sesame seed oil, white pepper and a touch of sugar are added. Here, exact formulas, closely guarded by the factory's master chefs, ensure that every batch maintains the signature balance of savory, sweet and umami that defines a perfect wonton. Massive industrial mixers rotate methodically, marrying the ingredients into a uniform filling. The machines are calibrated to mimic the gentle kneading action of human hands, preserving the texture while blending flavors intimately together. At this stage, the mixture undergoes a critical check, not by machines, but by people. Veteran food technologists sample the filling, adjusting seasoning if needed, but even in a modern factory, the human palate remains the ultimate judge. Step number 3. 3. Making the dough. When the filling rests, another essential craft unfolds. The making of the wonton wrapper, a task requiring precision, patience, and a deep respect for tradition. It begins simply premium wheat flour, carefully milled for its fine texture and moderate gluten content, is poured into massive industrial mixers. To this, pure water and a pinch of salt are added, nothing more, nothing less. As the mixers churn, the dough slowly comes together, transforming from a coarse, lumpy mass into a smooth, elastic sheet. Achieving the right elasticity is crucial. The dough must be strong enough to hold the filling without tearing, yet tender enough to yield effortlessly with a bite. Temperature, humidity, and even mixing time are all meticulously controlled. In this environment, science is as important as tradition. A few degrees too warm, and the dough becomes sticky, too cool, and it dries and cracks. Once rested to relax its gluten, the dough is fed into a series of mechanical rollers, powerful yet delicate machines designed to mimic the gentle pressing motion of hand rolling. Layer by layer, the dough is thinned to a translucent sheet, just fractions of a millimeter thick. Here, perfection is non-negotiable. Too thick, and the wonton feels heavy and doughy. Too thin, and it risks breaking during folding and cooking. Automated cutters stamp out perfect squares, each precisely measured, each identical, a testament to the harmony of ancient technique and modern engineering. Step number 4. Assembling the wontons. Now, with filling chilled and wrappers prepared, the true artistry of wonton making comes alive, a delicate dance of precision, speed, and craftsmanship. In traditional kitchens, skilled hands would pinch, fold, and seal each wonton with intuitive care. Here in the modern factory, advanced machines replicate those time-honored motions with astonishing accuracy. Automated arms gently place a measured portion of filling at the center of each wrapper, each mound uniform, neither too much to overwhelm the dough nor too little to leave a hollow bite. Next, the folding begins. Different regions of China inspire different shapes, some folded into tight little purses, others shaped like golden ingots, a symbol of wealth and prosperity. The machines, designed to mimic human dexterity, fold the wrappers swiftly yet tenderly. Quality checks. This all happens in real time as high-speed cameras monitor every fold and every seal instantly. In some selections of the factory, human hands still intervene, adjusting folds and perfecting more intricate shapes for premium batches destined for high-end restaurants. The human touch remains essential, especially where tradition demands a certain grace that machines alone cannot yet replicate. One by one, thousands upon thousands of wontons come to life, each an edible echo of a craft passed down through the centuries, step by step. Number 5. Flash freezing. With the wontons freshly folded and their delicate shapes perfected, the next challenge is preservation, capturing their freshness, their tenderness, their spirit, exactly as they are in a single moment. The wontons travel gently along conveyor belts, moving toward enormous freezing tunnels where temperatures plummet far below freezing to nearly -30 degrees Celsius. Here, speed is everything. The faster the wontons freeze, the smaller the ice crystals that form inside them. Small crystals mean no damage to texture, no loss of flavor, only pure, preserved perfection waiting to be awakened later in a bubbling pot of soup or a sizzling pan of oil. Inside the tunnels, powerful fans blast icy air over the wontons from every angle. In a matter of minutes, they are flash frozen, their delicate wrappers locked in a fragile frozen sheen, their juicy fillings preserved in stasis. This process not only protects the wontons' taste and texture, but also extends their life, allowing them to travel thousands of miles from factory floors in China to dining tables across the globe without losing the essence of their handmade beginnings. When they emerge from their freezing line, they are as pristine as the moment they were folded, each one a tiny frozen treasure waiting for its story to continue. Step number 6. quality control, packaging and distribution. Before the wontons can leave the factory floor, they must pass one final test, a test of quality, of consistency and of pride. Trained inspectors move swiftly, yet carefully, along the production lines, examining the wontons by sight, by touch and even by taste. Random batches are cooked and sampled on the spot, ensuring that the flavors are balanced, the textures perfect and the folds intact. Only the wontons that meet the highest standards in size, shape and taste move forward. Those that fall short are set aside, never reaching the customer's plate. Approved wontons slide into automated packaging lines where they are portioned, sealed and labeled with precision. Vacuum sealed or carefully boxed, they are shielded against time, temperature and travel. From the final packaging stations, the wontons are swiftly moved into deep storage or loaded into refrigerated trucks. Their journey continues by road, by sea and by air, crossing cities, countries and continents. Each packet carries more than just food. It carries a story of tradition honored, of craft perfected, and of flavors that connect people across the world. If you love this behind-the-scenes look, hit that like button and subscribe. And just in case you have missed some of the older episodes, we've got you covered. We've attached a special selection of past factory review episodes to this video, so stay with us and enjoy more fascinating food discoveries. Thanks for watching and see you in the next. Now picture this. You're at a backyard barbecue, the grill's sizzling as the smoky aroma of slow-cooked ribs fills the air. You pick up a perfectly glazed rack, the meat so tender it practically falls off the bone. That first bite, juicy, flavorful, with just the right balance of sweet, smoky and savory, makes your taste buds dance. Ribs aren't just a barbecue staple, they're a global sensation. Every culture has its own way of preparing them, each with a unique style and flavor. In the United States, ribs are often slow smoked over wood, coated in a rich barbecue sauce that caramelizes into perfection. In Korea, galbi-styled ribs are marinated in a soy-based sauce with garlic and sesame, then grilled over open flames with a sweet and savory finish. In China, char siu ribs are roasted to a deep caramelized red, bursting with 5-spice and honey glaze. In Argentina, asado-style ribs are seasoned simply with salt and cooked over an open fire, allowing the natural, beefy flavors to shine. And in Jamaica, jerk ribs are rubbed with fiery Scotch bonnet peppers and aromatic spices, delivering a bold, smoky kick. So what's your favorite way to enjoy ribs? Do you love the classic American barbecue style, or do you prefer something more exotic like Korean or Jamaican ribs? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. One thing's for sure, ribs are a universal comfort food, but how exactly are they made? Let's go behind the scenes and follow their journey from farm to factory to your plate. The journey of pork ribs starts long before they hit the grill. It begins on farms dedicated to raising high-quality pigs, where careful breeding, nutrition and care ensure the best cuts of meat. Most ribs come from the pork loin and spare rib sections, where the perfect balance of meat and fat creates that signature tenderness. Farmers carefully select pig breeds like Duroc, Berkshire and Yorkshire, known for their superior marbling and flavor. To ensure top-quality pork, farmers provide pigs with a well-balanced diet. Many modern pig farms use climate-controlled barns to protect pigs from harsh weather and diseases, while some opt for pasture-based systems, allowing pigs to roam and forage naturally. With the increasing focus on animal welfare and sustainability, many farms follow strict ethical practices. Farmers make sure that the animals have ample space and clean environments. Access to fresh water and high-quality feed is a must, and of course, humane handling and care are always top priorities.